All right, guys. So we're just going to go over how you may decide to do the culminating activity, the quiz. So I'm here open in my teacher window. So this is how I'm looking at it when I'm creating content, adding materials and assignments and things like that. And I have a second window open which also has a student view available. So I've already gone into our engine fundamentals in the content area and selected the PowerPoint presentation, and I've scrolled down a little bit here to get to some specific information that we're going to need. So this is my student view, of course. This is my teacher view, and we're going to cover how you are going to find information if you don't already know the answers to the questions for the culminating master quiz. Now the quiz is 59 questions. It covers the key information from all of the content that we've studied and all the chapter assignments and all the PowerPoint presentations from those related chapters. So here in my teacher view, you guys are going to see the same thing on your course homepage. Pull down this menu here to access the assessment tools folder. You may see the quizzes button here, but I have a feeling that you won't. So anyway, from within this little folder, you're going to find quizzes and open that up. All right, so this is the teacher view, so it's a little different. And as you can see, I have some blocked content here that you guys we're not working through, for example. But at the very bottom here, you can see timed and available on June 4th at 8 a.m. is our culminating master quiz. So I'm going to preview it so you guys will see what the questions look like, what the quiz looks like, and we're going to just see how you might use the information in the content area to help yourself with this quiz. You get one attempt at the quiz, but there's no time limit. So once you start the quiz, you can't move backward from one question to the previous question. So take your time, make sure that your answers are correct, and the expectation is that we complete this activity, and of course when we get back into the classroom, we'll consolidate our learning by applying this knowledge to practical assignments in the shop, which means more time in the shop next year and less time doing textbook assignments as we get back into our, try to get back into the routine. All right, so I'm going to preview this. All right, preview, start quiz. So you guys are going to, when you click on it, you're going to get that option to start the quiz. And then of course, I can see question number 1 worth 1 point. Technician A says the engine camshaft converts the reciprocating motion of the piston into rotary motion for power output. Technician B disagrees and says that the crankshaft performs this function. Who is correct? So you have the option to pick one of these 4 answers. I'm going to say that B only is the correct answer, and I'm going to move on to the next page. All right, so next page warns you that if you move on to the next page, you can't come back. So make sure you want to continue. Well, you know what? I'm not exactly sure. I was kind of taking a guess at that one. So let's have a quick look and see if we can get that information and make sure it's accurate. So in the student view tab that I have open, in the content area, again, chapter 11, fundamentals, the PowerPoint presentation, I have scrolled down to page 15 here, as you can see, and so maybe not at the very beginning of the the presentation will that information be. However, I was able to scroll down through it and looking for some of those key words like crankshaft and camshaft were the words in the questions or the components that the technicians were both referring to. So I just kind of scrolled down until I see in the title of the slide something that relates to that question. So, okay, bottom end, we're talking about crankshaft here. So there's definitely some information in here that could be the answer for that question. So engine block, I'm looking for crankshaft or camshaft. Okay, so here we see the crankshaft and some key information about it. And I can see right here, it changes the reciprocating motion of the pistons into rotating motion. That is one of the answers or possible answers to our quiz question. So if I go back and just have another look at it, technician A says camshaft, technician B says the crankshaft performs converting reciprocating motion of the piston into rotary motion. Okay, so I know B is correct, just verified it. We're going to move on to the next page, select yes because I'm confident, and of course we'll go to the next question. So there in the question you might see some key words. The distance a piston travels up and down in a cylinder is determined by the some key words here in the answers. So you might want to look for the flywheel or the valve train or the crankshaft or the camshaft information back in the PowerPoint presentation and find that answer. If you're confident that you know the answer, obviously you got one shot at it. Select your answer and move on to the next question. So I'm hoping that this helps you guys find the quiz, obviously, in the quizzes tab within the assessment tools folder. And hopefully you have these PowerPoint presentations downloaded to your computer, preferably, so you can open them in a separate window, or perhaps if you have a second window open on your computer with the course content area, you can go through the presentations and see if you can find the content in there. I've gone through it fairly thoroughly as a student view, and I was able to find all of the information in the course content areas and the PowerPoint presentation specifically to answer these questions. So I'm hoping that there aren't any problems, but as you guys know, we're all learning and trying to improve our skills with this. And if I have done something in error, obviously we will fix it and we'll give you guys a second attempt at this quiz. But I do believe everything's correct and ready to go and should be working smoothly. So guys, if you have any questions, comments, please don't hesitate to contact me by email, and we'll continue to add content as we finish the culminating activity. This content will not obviously affect your final mark, but it will be very important for us as we move into looking at next year's course. So, and of course, just communicating with each other and making sure that we're good, and I can answer any questions you guys have, and have hopefully some fun activities, some videos that we can comment on, and teach each other some things. So guys, that's all for today. Like I said, contact me if you need to, and have a wonderful day.